Good morning.
Okay,
Good
I'm
morning.
doing this under protest.
Okay.
So what is on your mind
Oh, my
so
mind
early in the morning?
Well, we're gonna have I
put
got
a shirt on for this.
I have a shirt on too.
God,
Okay. Anyways,
that's about it. Though.
it's early
That
for us.
yes.
Anyways,
Mm.
there's this little YouTube short I watched the other day where the lady sitting there. You know, have you seen that trend where the lady says this modern thing that she's doing and what her ancestor would have responded? And this one says, I have 6 children. And the ancestor supposedly responds,
Oh,
you
I
have
remember that
6
one. Yeah,
children.
yeah.
Oh, you and your husband must be proud. And she says, I'm not married. And the supposed ancestor responds with, whore, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, her words, not mine. So, my simple comment to that video was, because I thought it was like, still, a woman with 6 kids. I did not call her up. What I said, a woman with 6 kids and no husband is obviously making wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. People are angry about that. How dare you say this? So, there's a couple comments there. Somebody says, hey, if you're a man and you sleep with a bunch of women, you're a player. A woman who sleeps with a bunch of men, a slut, unfair. Anyways, I see you're religious. I'm going to assume if I'm incorrect, feel free to correct me that this is a part of your religion. No, I do not think you should be voicing your religion by putting others down like this. I mean, I'm an atheist and I don't go around telling Christians premarital sex is best thing ever. I don't know.
Okay. Let me try to
oh my gosh, people, calm down.
let me tell you something. All right, guys do things that girls don't do. Is it fair? I don't know. Should a guy sleep around with a whole bunch of girls before he gets married? No. Should he have a little bit of experience before he gets married? I used to think yes, that would be helpful, but the true answer is no. But girls, you're out there, and this is just my opinion, all right? I'm an old fart with 4 kids and a wife.
That's right.
I worked hard all my life. I treat my wife like a princess. I treat my daughter like, a czarina. That girl's expensive. But anyway, look, no guy wants to marry a woman who other guys have taken a turn on.
That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to put it as nicely as I can. I mean, when you get past 22, 23, whatever, if you slept with a guy, yeah, all right. But you guys go to clubs. No man is looking for a wife in a club. No man is going to put a ring on someone's hand that everybody else has had a turn on. All right? If you've been in a relationship for more than 2 years and he hasn't put a ring on your finger, move on, because he's not gonna.
He's not gonna.
You're just there to satisfy his itch until he finds the one he wants.
Exactly.
But
period.
feel free to believe it or not. Now, am I a Christian? Yes.
Yes.
But that has nothing to do with, my life. And my life has been quite exciting, trust me.
I mean, in my case, for sure, it has.
I met her. She was a good girl. From the time I met her to the time I put a ring on it, it was, what, a year?
6 months.
6 months. There you go.
We met in September. We were married by March. So, anyway, but my other point thing here is, look, back when the AIDS epidemic started, the doctors and all the doctors and the experts would say, be careful who you sleep with, because when you sleep with that person, you're sleeping with every other partner that they have slept with. It's a trickle-down effect of whatever bad thing. Sexual relationships between a man and a woman involve all kinds of things, okay? So, without getting too graphic, when a woman sleeps with a man, things happen that you don't, another dude's gonna look at that and it's just,
Well, I play
I'm
with my
clean.
knife, yeah.
I'm clean. You know what I
Right.
mean? I hate to say it. That's for me. Absolutely, and absolutely has everything to do with religion. I used to think like my husband that it wouldn't matter really if my kids had premarital sex as long as it was somebody they thought they loved and all of this and that. Not anymore. It's a sin. You're not supposed to. And I didn't say it. The good Lord said it.
But you know, it's like girls are out there trying to justify this, and you know, society now. I mean, they say, "Oh, you don't need a two-parent home. You don't need a husband and a mother. A woman can raise." It's not true. All right, over 85% of people that are incarcerated in prison came from a single mother home. It's like almost 70% or some crazy number of the homeless people on the street came from a single parent home. Suicide, the prison population, it's absolutely crazy. All right, all of these came from single family home or single parent homes. And I mean, this is what you want the world to be. It should not be this way.
Okay, this is one of the this next comment was one of the ones that I thought you're crazy. It says not everyone wants a partner, never everyone wants help. Are you kidding me? Okay, let me tell you, my mom had to raise us, my brother and myself for a few years by herself.
Yeah.
It was some tough stuff, you guys. No woman willingly chooses to be a single mother, especially a single mother of six, for many reasons. Let me tell you one thing. In the dead of night, when one of your kids has a terrible fever and he's feeling sick and everything else, and you're all alone, that's when you realize your husband is there to help you, to relieve you, so that at night when you're staying up all night with one baby, then he can get up in the morning and take care of the other kids while you get some rest. The design that God made, one man, one woman for a marriage is perfect, because more than once we've had the ones where I've been up all night with a kid. Next morning, we have 4 children. Next morning, the other 3 are up and ready to go, and they want breakfast, they want fed, the house needs to be cleaned, the laundry needs to be done, dishes need to be done. I'm dead.
It's a chore.
It's a chore.
Let me explain what happens. Let me explain what happens.
Nobody not wants help, right?
Here's the great part, right? This is what people fail to realize. Do you know what happens when your child gets sick? You get sick.
That's right. Oh, there's that other one.
There's the other one.
Thank you.
And it's like with 4 children, I can tell you what happens. One of them brings a sniffle home, right? Mm-hmm. And then by nightfall, he's sick.
That's right.
Right? Then you wake up in the morning and you got another one that's sick.
Correct.
Okay, so now you got 2 sick kids. Then my wife would be sick. So now there's 3 people that need to be nursed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm nursing them. I take the other 2 to school, right? And then, never fears, 11:30, the school calls, Mr. Brannon, can you come get your kids? They're sick, right?
Yeah.
So then they're all sick. Then as soon as they start feeling a little bit better, then guess who else is sick?
That's right. Just because that is a simple domestic issue that makes where 2-parent home makes a life easier in general with 6 children. So 4 children. So don't tell me that a woman has 6 children on her own willingly and says, this is what I wanted. I wanted to pick the toughest road to parenthood ever. And I wanted to do it willingly. I'm not buying it. I don't care what excuse you give.
I love the one where they say, all men are like, no, not all men, just the ones you're meeting in the bars.
That's
right.
No,
I think you guys got a different name for bars now. What are they called? Oh, clubs.
Clubs.
Just the one you meet in the clubs.
If you meet a man in a club, if you met a man in a bar, or somewhere dancing, he's not the dude you want to marry, okay? Simple as that.
If your partner is also your drinking partner, boy, you're in trouble.
And it's not just the division of labor that is great, okay? That's fantastic. And, but the joys of parenthood, the joys of being married and knowing that this person belongs to you.
I don't even think I'm on there.
Yeah, you are. Right there. See,
How do
it's
you
a
know?
white lens. That this child belongs to you. I mean, that this person belongs to you. And you belong to this person. And no one else can take him away. Dating is not married.
No.
Dating is the dude or girl you're shacking up with, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he has no responsibilities towards you. Okay? He's got no... there's nothing that you can say legally that says you need to stay. And I'm not saying that you have to make him stay legally, but I'm saying if he didn't put a ring on it and sign the line, the dotted line, he doesn't want you that well.
Okay, so y'all's living together. Why? What is in it for him to marry you? You're already doing the wife stuff, and he ain't.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I mean, I'm getting everything I want, and I did not have to commit to you. So why would I? Especially if I met you in a bar. That kind of stuff just don't happen. Okay.
Now, the other one, you have the ones where they say, you don't have any right to judge. Okay, she put the video out there. Okay.
Yeah, she put it out there, so
to get comments, to get ideas, to get something. If you put your life out in public, you will get comments. And I didn't say it. I didn't call her a name. I didn't call her anything. I just said maybe her decision making has something to do. And someone
bad
says
choices are bad choices.
Yeah,
we all make them.
I don't care who you say. So there's someone like I said, no need to marry if you don't want to. Somebody says you're a player. And there's that one where they like, well, is it your religion? Is it your religion? No, it's just common morals and common cleanliness. Sex is a very involved thing. And if you're doing it with a bunch of people a bunch of times, you're no longer a clean woman.
But
I'm sorry.
I would say that the girls out there, you've been fed a big batch of lies. Trust me. I mean, what you think relationships are and what you think between men and women, it's not true. And they're not going to tell you the truth, okay? Because you've got all these women out there. I mean, who wants to be 80 years old and be alone and have to go for a walk in the park by yourself? Don't you want to walk through the park holding your husband's hand? Don't you want to look at your children grow up and your grandchildren, right?
Yeah,
it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of woman would want to go to school and say, oh, I'm here to pick up Bobby Smith. And what's your name? Oh, I'm Miss Davis.
Yeah, completely.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not. Somebody said some people's parents just don't marry; they stay together but don't marry. Come on, don't kid yourself. When there's two partners, or a man and a woman, and they're dating or they're living together and they're not married, one of them wants to get married and the other one really doesn't want to get married, and there is no two ways about it. Okay?
Rocking the canoe.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're like, oh well, yeah, I don't want to get married either. It's an old institution. Now I'm gonna tell you something about being married.
It is an old institution.
It is. When you go to a hospital, okay. Now, your wife will be treated differently than the girl or the dude you're shacking up with, okay? Well, we're just dating. Guess what? Dating doesn't get you any rights.
That's right.
Any rights. It doesn't get you nothing, okay? So that's one of the comments. And then there's like a lot. There was this one lady said, oh, well, these two divorced people got together and they've been living together for 30 years and they're almost 80 years and they're not married. Again, one of them wants to get married and the other one doesn't. I don't care how happy they think they are or whatever. Usually, it's the guy and he has money and he's worried about his money.
Here's the thing that I've noticed about modern society. Put that camera square on me because this is a big one. Here's what I've noticed about modern society. A large group of people choose to argue the exception. Now you think about it. In your life, when have you been the exception to the rule? All right? You're arguing the 1%. Well, it could. Yeah, but it won't. I'm sorry. Okay. No. That's all I have to say. I don't know why everybody's hooked on this exception to the rule. Rules. Right.
And then somebody says, you're a prime example to why many people think religious peoples are stuck up and judgmental a-holes. First of all, I'm not stuck up. I mean, do you... Here's the problem, I think.
Okay.
It comes from me. For me, is as long as these women are deceived, thinking that it's their choice to be alone with children. It's not. I promise you it's not.
You know what? I'll bet you... I don't know this. This is just my assumption. Whenever I hear women arguing, or even men arguing the exception to the rule, right? It's because they were raised in a single-family home.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right. It's something they're learning.
Right.
From the butt.
It's the same line of BS that the mother was I don't need a husband, honey. Right. And this is the same woman that cries herself to sleep at night.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you something, okay? Nobody chooses the hardest path there is to parenthood. And there's studies and statistics that show that a single woman is worse for their children than a single man. A single father, unfortunately. But I'm gonna tell you what is the nobody picks the hard road ahead on their own.
Not on purpose.
And we are not doing our women any service by claiming that they're brave and they're strong women and all of this stuff because you picked to be a single mother. No, she just didn't have a man that would marry her. Correct. And now that she has 6 kids, nobody will marry her. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you my mother. She was single for a long, long time. And I'm going to tell you how she behaved. This is how women should behave. I'm going to use my mother as an example. She was a single mother, not by her choice. Okay? He left. My father left a marriage. They were fully married and all that. That happens. Regardless of the document, men can leave still. What my mother did was she worked and came home to take care of her children. She didn't go out looking for another man to take care of the kids that she had. She understood her responsibility as a woman. So, can all women make mistakes? Absolutely.
Yes.
We can. Even a good girl can make a mistake once. Absolutely. A good girl can make a mistake once. I'm not saying that we're all perfect, but 6 kids compounds the mistake. It means we haven't learned our decision making.
Yep.
Second.
Or she drinks too much.
It could be. Second. If you find yourself as a woman pregnant and trying to make decisions, the one decision that you should make is to have your baby. Okay?
Absolutely.
Don't compound mistake by mistake by mistake. Have your baby, give him up for adoption, whatever, or keep him, whatever. But hang on, let me finish this thought real quick. But if you have your baby and you decide to raise your babies and have your babies, your life needs to be dedicated to them. This is your one and top priority. Get this child through life without going to prison, without doing drugs, without becoming an alcoholic, and that's it. Yeah. Don't go out there in the bar looking for a baby daddy.
Correct.
Okay? That's it.
Here's the thing. Women deceive themselves. They have 1, 2 kids, and they still are this dream. No. What you're going to do is you're going to settle for a guy that you think, right? Because I'll tell you as a man what I wanted. I wanted a wife. I want someone to spend time with me. All right? I mean, I wanted that relationship, okay? I wanted that relationship to grow with children that are mine. When you're married, or you get married, or you're dating a guy and you have a couple of kids, what can you really offer him other than just a little bit of your free time? Because your children need to be your number one priority.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
And no, man, I know you're going to argue. Oh, wait, no, you're arguing the exception to the rule. Most men will not want to be in a relationship with someone else's children. Are you going to let him discipline them children? If you do, that's ridiculous. He's not the baby daddy.
That's right.
All right? So he's a third wheel through this whole marriage.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, if all he's looking for is sex once in a while,
He ain't gonna get married.
yeah, he ain't going to get married. So think about this stuff, ladies.
Yeah. Don't deceive yourselves, okay? To thinking I'm all that in a bag of chips. You're not.
I see these shows and stuff on YouTube, and all these women that I'm a 10. I'm looking at them and I'm like, you know what? If you take all that makeup off, you're probably a 4. I mean, because
I don't think I've seen many 10s in my lifetime, honestly.
No kidding, right? I mean, the only 10 I ever saw in my life was probably when I was 13, 14, and puberty was hitting. Y'all
Everybody
remember?
was a 10.
All
Everybody
girls
was
were
a
a 10, man. I'm like, but yeah, really? Come
Okay,
on.
so at any rate, the last thing I wanted to say on this particular topic is, I know I got a lot of hate comments on that particular comment, but I had 966 likes. So I'm not the only one that thinks that a woman with 6 children, maybe she needs to stop and reassess her life a little bit. And let that be a warning to the girls out there, okay? 6 kids, even 1 kid, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Okay? You will find out so for instance, like, we did little Father Day.
The best one I had was that father-daughter dance. I think my wife was it kindergarten or first grade?
Yeah, kindergarten.
Oh my God, I got her all dialed up. I even put on dress clothes, right? I had this father-daughter dance. It was absolutely cool.
You don't understand. When I had, when my dad was gone, we had Father's Day. And they did things like that, dances, stuff like that. All the men there, okay? All the daddies. And there I was with no one, okay?
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. So, when you decide to have children out of wedlock, when you decide to sleep with the next guy and not use protection, don't be selfish. Don't just think about yourself. Think about the child. Anyways, ladies, calm down. Does it have to do with our religion? A little bit, yes, absolutely.
It does a little bit.
God says no sex out of wedlock. I'm sorry. What is it? What did Bodhi Bacham says? I don't write the mail. I just deliver.
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
All right. God bless.
God bless.